We are running low on time. Let's see if we can at least find out what happens when we do on select. So let's, where's this picker? Let's get back to our message component. So on select is the thing I want. Call handle emoji select. I saw in the documentation, I'm pretty sure it passes in an emoji as a param. Let's see what that actually is. Just the debugger in there. On select equals this dot handle emoji select. All right. Let's look in our console. What is emoji? It's an object. Okay, it identifies this in several ways. It actually gives us the emoji character as the prop native. It gives us this colons version, colon, chipmunk, colon, which is a lot of times how you see this, how you type them in things. It gives it an ID and a name as well. Okay, cool. Let's try a different one. Kissy face. Oh, that's interesting. Emoticons. Oh, okay. So you could, if you wanted to write this so that if people type colon star, they find this, you can probably look it up by that. So the point is, it gives us this object that we can decide what to do with. We can decide how to store this in the database. It gives us all these ways of identifying this emoji, and we can decide how to do it. And so there's this picker component, and there's also an actual emoji component that was part of this package. Here it is. Okay, so you can say emoji equals, and then you can pass in, it looks like any of these things. You could pass in the name, you could pass in the colon identifier, you could pass in, I bet, some of those other things too. So to get it back out. So if you save it as colon whatever, you can display the actual emoji by doing that. So knowing that, instead of debugger, let's console.log emoji. So we're at least doing something. And probably we want to toggle the picker again. Right? We don't want it to show anymore. This dot toggle picker, sorry. Here we go. So pick one. And I am console logging something. Great. That's the whole feature, right? But it's a step in that direction. Log selected, and it hides the picker again. Log selected emoji to the console. So, what should he make this do? I'll show you what. Can I show you this? Basically, here's what I made mine do. So a message now looks like this. I've got, well, what do we have what do messages look like? I don't even remember. They have a body and, what do they have? I don't remember how this data looks. Let's look in general. Let's look at a message. Okay. They have body, they have created app, they have ID, they have a user, right? So body, user, etc. So you can also have like reactions. And then that, or it could be an array. Either way, you could have the key be the emoji. So like the key is colon Santa or whatever, and the value is the number of times that reaction has been added. You could do something like that. And then when we're displaying this thing on the screen, just add a little something to the message component that loops over all the reactions that are there and displays something pretty. You can do that. So I will write down, try something, basically. See how far you can get implementing reactions. Otherwise, yeah, that's good enough. Super mega bonus credit. Reflect on how much you've learned these last 3 weeks. Think back to the crap we were doing the first couple of days. Go back and look at your homework from the first couple of days and just think, we've come a long way. If it feels like you haven't learned much, go back and look at that stuff and remind yourself, dang, we've actually done a lot. So if you're understanding any of this, you are a lot further than we were when we started this class. So that's a good thing. Tomorrow, we're not going to do a lot of coding in class. We're going to do some talking. So, all right, do well on your mock interviews. Don't forget to mock your interviewer.